I still can't hear you. How you doing? Are you muted? You're unmuted on my side.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Did you get my message?
That was supposed to be now? Yeah, I just got it. Like, how do we screw
You
that
just
up?
got it. Okay. So I, I've got my partner on the Zoom call too, Chijioke.
That's great. And what's his name?
Chijioke.
TJ okay? Cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg.
Okay.
How's it going, TJ okay?
I'm okay. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Where are you located?
Abuja,
Sorry?
in Nigeria.
Nigeria, cool.
Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Nigeria.
Excellent. So, Segun said that he had some tough times in the U.S.
Yes.
And that was
So Greg, I'm sure you've read my. I know.
I did. And I wanted to hear more. I wanted to hear what. First of all, I want to go through. I'm doing this sort of like an interview because I want people to really hear the story. So I thought we'd start with what brought you to America and what you did there, and where you came from and how you learned squash and all that kind of stuff. Is that okay with you? Oh, did I lose you?
Shegu, are you there? I think his connectivity issues.
Yeah. Let's hope he can figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Actually, gonna probably do it the other way. That you tell me. Okay. All right.
So TJ,
What I plan is just to try and tell my story. So for us, so how do you plan to get the story out?
well, I have a website called UB Sports.
Okay.
And I'm on all the social media and stuff. And we are, right now, it's a very big thing in here in America, of course, this about racial equality and the, not so much the violence, but the problems that we're having between the races. And you obviously had a problem with that, and I think it's good to start off with what why you got to America and how that happened, and how then as you went along, what you found being here in America, and then what happened afterwards. And I think that's the story that really needs to be told.
Yeah, I know, but it's just that how we want to tell it is probably do a book or review the movie. That's how we want to do it. So actually, what we're looking for, we're looking for someone that can partner with us to get the story out. So if if it's something that that is of interest to you, we can take it a step further and probably find a way where we can sit down and probably discuss it face to face, than probably not on this platform. Though it's probably the more, because I'm sure the people I'm talking about. They are pretty much the big players in the game, and everything they know about squash, tennis. I taught them. And they're not small players, so we just have to be careful too.
Yeah, what I'll do is, to start off with, we can be sort of general about who they are. Just say you play, you taught the best guys in the world, or whatever, however we want to put that. But then also we can be more get more specific when we're talking about books and that kind of stuff. I have friends actually who produce movies and who will write scripts and do all that kind of stuff, and they love documentaries. So we do have people who might be interested in that. A couple of them actually. So, but right now, I just wanted to do something of an interview and start getting the your story out, because that's what's going to generate more people's interest. And we don't have to be so specific that we get everybody's feathers up. But what I'd like to do is get it so out there's a story starting to be told. If that's okay with you.
Camera window box.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a lot, Segun.
Can you hear him? Did you hear his question?
Okay, so I was just saying that how well do you know them though? Do you?
Is you okay? Are you hearing it okay?
No, I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
I think that connectivity issues on at his end.
Where can you hear me?
You're going in and out.
I
But you can hear us, Segun.
again. Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay, so we can hear you now. It's a lot better. So
So,
shoot.
Greg, how much do you know about them though? You went to Walton, right?
Yeah, I went to Wharton. I went to Penn, Wharton, then I went to Stony Brook out in Long Island. And but this is back in the 70s and the 80s. I'm old.
I know, but so I'm sure you know them. You might know their dad very well too. Howard Winklevoss.
I know pretty much most of the people in squash, but not well. I mean, I know very few, especially in the top. I know maybe 10 guys in the top, and I knew a lot more back 30 years ago, but not now.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying, the Winklevoss, do you know them? Because their dad taught at Wharton Business School, though.
Yeah, I don't know the Winklevosses.
You know them?
No, I don't.
Okay. Because their dad was a professor at Wharton Business School, Howard Winklevoss.
Right.
And we were all in Long Island in Quag, though, at their country home.
Uh-huh. And where did you play when you were out in Long Island?
No, we play at their home. They have a sports court in their house, yeah. And I was at Greenwich Field Club too. So I was a coach at Greenwich Field Club and Greenwich Academy, Brunswick. So I went around doing exhibition in all the Ivy League schools too. So I'm well grounded in it too.
Those are nice. I like Brunswick. That's a cool place. Actually, all those schools are really fun. And then the club. So yeah, know them all very well.
Okay. Well, Greg, like I said, though, it's either, I don't know, Chijo, could you have anything to add to this? Because to me, I think, the guys we're dealing with are not little guys. They are up there. And I think this platform probably will not be the best place to discuss in details in regards to the things I went through. So if you have anything to add to this, you tell me.
Okay, so Greg, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Greg?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I think that Segun is a bit going into details via this medium. Maybe because he realizes the people he's up against. So you see that he's a bit reluctant to get into details. But I'll tell you what, I think Segun, you can tell us the experience in broad terms. I don't go into much specifics. So I Greg gets a sense of what it's about and how you want him to help. And then maybe we'll decide how to come the specifics to him. But now that we're having this conversation, I think it would be important to let him have a broad sense of what the experience has been and what you want him to do for you. I don't know if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, if we can get down to, if we can get down to very general terms, what was going on. We don't need names
Right,
or anything
right.
like that, but of course,
We don't need names, we don't need specific experiences, but
yeah,
just to speak in broad terms, generally what this is about, and then we can have this conversation again some other time, and by then there'll be some level of trust amongst us.
right,
Because in fairness to him, he had experiences that made him question a lot of things and not knowing who he can really trust at this point. This is the beginning of a relationship, so let him give as much information as he feels comfortable to at this point.
exactly, yeah. And okay, so let me tell you my story first. This way maybe you'll get a little more comfortable. I was a tennis player back in the
Okay.
'70s, and I was a sailor, and I got to Penn, and there was a coach that was both the tennis coach and the squash coach. Now I didn't know what squash was, and so it was Al Malloy. I don't know if that name rings a bell, but that's back in the old days. And he was both the tennis coach and the squash coach. I was trying out for the tennis team, and there was one spot left for a walk-on, and there was a 64-man draw for that one spot. And I lost to a senior in the finals, and I go up to Al and I said, "Okay, so Al, it's my spot, right?" This guy decides not to go out for the team, so I said, "Okay, it's my spot, right?" And he goes, "No, you're a squash player." I said, "Squash is a vegetable. What are you talking about?" And then he said, "No, squash is a real sport." And then he took me down, and then I met the guys who were playing there at the time, and Gil Mateer was there, and Edwards was there, and so I got to play with those guys, and they're fantastic, and they really helped me a lot. But then I learned squash there. But then I was also a fencer. I was going to go to the Olympics in '80. But
Wow.
so that was I got recruited for fencing. So I showed up at Penn ready to fence, and then I was pledging for a fraternity there called Phi Kappa Sig, and
Okay.
so I was getting in there, and they were working out every day. Now I started off when I got to college. I was 130 pounds. I was a rail, and
Wow.
so we started working out really hard with the weights. So I gained like 30 pounds above the waist, all the shoulders and arms. So I get on the squash on the fencing strip, and I start doing the moves, which are all lateral like this. And I lunged, and my bottom 3 vertebrae separated.
Wow.
It knocked me out. So I woke up in the Penn Hospital, and there's a doctor poking at my toes. He's going, "Can you feel this? Can you feel this?"
Wow.
And I said, "Why shouldn't I feel this?" And he goes, "Well, because you separated your bottom 3 vertebrae, and this is before they had MRIs, so they had
Wow.
no idea if I cut my spine." So I said, "Yeah, I can feel it, but why?" And then he explained, and he said, "You have 3 choices. You can either get your bottom 3 vertebrae fused where they never move again, or we can put rods on either side of your vertebrae, and they'll
Okay.
put them together." I said, "That doesn't sound good." He said, "Yeah, either way, you're not going to play sports." So
Wow.
he said the third way is this radical drug that will give you, and it's not approved for use yet, but we're in the test group. So I said, "Okay, great. That sounds like a lot of the best thing of the bunch." So he said, "Let me get my parents down here and sign the waiver so I could do it." And so they came down from Long Island, and they signed the waiver and started giving me 2,000 milligrams of the stuff every couple hours.
Wow.
And it worked. It actually decreased the swelling, it cut out the pain, and it allowed all the little pieces of bone that had gotten broken when I split my vertebrae to come together again. So it took me about 3 months, but I got back on my feet and started playing again. But I couldn't fence ever again. But I started working out with the tennis team, and then when I couldn't play tennis anymore because the coach said I got to play squash, I started playing on the squash team. So so yeah, it turned out that drug that I took is Advil. It was
Advil.
Advil. It was just the beginning of Advil. So
Wow.
so I'm like the poster child for Advil. So
Wow.
and it worked. It worked great. I took Advil this morning. Whenever I start feeling a little bit of pain, I take Advil, and probably by now it's more psychosomatic than actual, but it works. Whatever it is.
That's
So
that's great.
yeah, so
Where is
I've
this?
been playing squash ever since. So I played it.
Where do you play? Where is this squash court?
I play right now. I'm playing basically in Southampton on the east end of Long Island. There's a little club that has 4 singles and 1 doubles.
Okay.
So I play there, and then because everything's closed down because of COVID,
Yeah.
one of my friends, Guy Cipriano, he has his own doubles court.
Okay, so that's where you play.
Yeah, so I have to drive 2.5 hours to get there. We play for an hour, and then I turn around and drive 2.5 hours back. And the guys
Wow.
are saying, "You are crazy, man!" I'm like, no, I love squash. It's the only game not even in town. It's far away from town, but it's the only way for me to play. So
That's crazy.
it's insane. So that's my
I'm
story.
sure you know Park very well, right?
I'm sorry? I missed what you said. What did you say? Oh, this connection thing's a pain.
You know Park in Long Island? Can you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah, sort of.
Can you hear me? Okay. We're struggling with the connection though. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you know Park
Yeah, definitely. Of course.
in Long Island.
Yeah, it's beautiful. In fact, that's where I want to have my house. I don't like it here out.
Yeah, I used to that's why we used to do every summer there with the Winklevocks.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I used to live out there with them.
And they had a court there?
No, they didn't have a court. They just a home where we'll go out with the boats and stuff, and that's about it. At that point, they didn't have a squash court there, but they had a squash court in their house in Greenwich, Connecticut, though.
Right.
So
yeah, I heard about that.
That's where the whole story about the Facebook Connect stuff started from Greenwich, Connecticut, when we all went on a senior trip.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I took them on a senior trip. So it was when we we're all at Breakhouse Hotel in Palm Beach.
Uh-huh. I know it well.
So that's when the whole story about the starting of the venture started, and the whole concept, because I'm older than them though. I taught them what they know in lawn tennis. I play tennis too.
Uh-huh.
And I taught them tennis, taught them squash. So even them going to Harvard, we were all supposed to go to Harvard together. But I opted out to go do business because their dad wanted to come do business in Nigeria.
Uh-huh.
So I can't allow their dad to come to Nigeria by himself. So I went out with the dad to come to Nigeria. So then I went to Harvard, and that's when they met Mark Zuckerberg.
Uh-huh.
So and the process, some of the investment their dad was supposed to do in Nigeria was at some point was suspended, because everything that the boys do, because I'm more like an older brother to them, though they bring it to me and they share my opinion and my advice. At some point they met Mark, and they had a discussion, and it was still brought back to me to decide on, which I supported the stuff,
Uh-huh.
So eventually, Mark did a U-turn on us.
That's what I heard.
and the dad didn't like that. So the money we're supposed to use to do business in Nigeria, the dad called me and said, look, what might make sense is for us to put a hold on this and, you know, go after Mark. And that's when the litigation started. It was our project, you know, they brought it to me and promises were made, you know, that I'll be the black face of it and all kinds of stuff, you know. So after those promises were made, you know, we started the whole, I mean, the whole
Lost you again.
We're definitely going to do this with a better connection sometime. Wow, we really lost him this time.
Yeah, Shego, we lost you completely.
Now, where is he? Joking. Where is Segun?
started.
Well, we're in the same city, but we're in different parts of
happened?
the.
Okay. So I don't know the last thing you heard
city.
about.
Yeah, I think it's. Are you back now? Is it better?
I think the network is bad though.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of better there.
We'll just heard you.
Okay. But
I'm not sure. I think we had it's up to.
You were supposed to be the black
up
face
to
of
their
Facebook. And that's about all we heard.
What was the last thing you heard? What was the last thing you heard, Greg?
You were supposed to be the black face of Facebook.
Yeah, that's the point. Where you're supposed to be the black.
Yeah. So I was supposed to be the black face and make sure I get all the black African American all excited about the project. And we had the agreement there, and I did my part, you know. So till now I'm still waiting. That's pretty much it. So I hope, you know, that's enough for now.
That is enough for now. It's actually going to be very interesting when you hear the rest of the story.
Yeah.
But okay, so you dealt with other people, not just the Winklevosses in this nonsense?
Say that again?
Was it other stuff later on, or was it basically what happened with Facebook?
No, there were other stuff later on. I had an incident with Yale too.
So we really do have to. First of all, once you feel more comfortable with me, you know what might help? I can send you a non-disclosure agreement, so that you know, so we can actually have a conversation, and you don't have to worry about
that. Yeah, let's have an NDA. Let's have a non-disclosure agreement. That way we get some comfort, and then we can cut the chase and get to the nitty-gritty of this and take it up from there. I think the schedule that would help if you're able to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Greg, I can give him. We need to also see documents. That would help. If you have any documents, and then things that would help him get to the bottom of all this.
Yeah, I'm going to do whatever I can.
An NDA would help.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send over an NDA through LinkedIn. You'll have it as soon as you get off the phone, and then we can take it from there. I mean, this is a story that, you know, it'd be really good for everybody to hear. And you know, if it works out so that we can make the wheels of justice turn a little bit better or faster, that would be good. And if it's just that we get the story out and people feel more, you know, see how things happen, and see if we can stop bad things from happening like this. That would be good too.
I
So,
agree.
so let me send out the
I agree.
NDA.
That's fine.
And
That's fine with me.
should I send it to you also, to Joki, or just to Segun?
You can send it to both. It doesn't matter.
Send it to both of us.
Okay. How do I get a hold of you, to Joki?
I'll send my
Uh,
email across, and Cheg will help get it across to you.
Okay,
And then
that's
so we
great.
can just.
I'll include my email with when I send this stuff over to Segun, and then we take it from there.
Very well
Sounds
done.
good.
All right, great.
Sounds good.
Segun, I'm sorry you had the problems. I'm gonna do what I can to help you.
No problem. So how is your squash though? Maybe one of these days we can sit down and play squash. And you play doubles too, right?
I do. I play a lot of doubles. I play more doubles than singles.
Wow, I'm actually good at it too.
Are
I
you?
play good doubles too. Yeah.
Good. Well, I need a right wall player. So if you want to come along, and because I'm a lefty, so I need a right waller.
Oh, wow, that's excellent though. I used to play. I'm sure you know Gary Wade.
Yeah, he's actually he's on my board. I love that guy.
Well, he knows me. He knows me very well. We all used to play at Greenwich, Connecticut during the Greenwich Open.
Gary's amazing. I love watching him play. When he was, he was. So I saw him one time. He hit a ball and he hit it so hard that it split into two pieces. It went like two little birds that got hit. It was incredible. He's amazing. So yeah. So all right. So I'll send you my NDA, and
Okay.
I have to contact Gary anyway. So I'll tell him you said hi.
No problem.
All right, great. Watch for that. I'm gonna send it really in about 10 minutes. So you'll
No
have
problem.
it.
Thanks a lot. Dude.
It's my
All
pleasure.
right, great. Thanks for your.
Thank you, joking. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right. All right.
Very well.
Take it easy.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.